Hello, my loyal watchers. This is Nicole, and this is going to be my 19th, 20th, or 21st video. I don't know how to count them anymore. I know how many I have out there, but there's one sitting on my website, and there's a couple I pulled down because they were just not good. And I'm coming to you today, 1 week away from my 6 month, um, since I started taking hormones. And it's 1 week after my 1 year anniversary of starting therapy. Now, I didn't go to that therapy session going, hey, I'm transsexual and I need to make a, transition. I went there going, all right, there's things that have been in my head all my life. I want to make sure that I can get away from them, and it turned out I can't. So 1 year in therapy, 6 months on hormones, and this is me. And look at me, nice new haircut, pretty, all me. So I just wanted to give you all a full review, and I'm bringing you out into my living room on this huge couch. Man, this is big. It comes all the way around and wraps all the way around over there. I think we could fit about 10 people on here. So, come on in and join me and let's talk. So the subject today is going to be kind of recapping everything all over again and trying to hit some new things. When I mean recapping, it's where have I been? What has brought me here? And what do I think makes me different where I can actually possibly help some other people? So I am not an expert at anything. And let me tell you, I've tripped through transition, literally tripped through transition. There's no doubt about that. And I probably don't have it down any better than anybody else. But I think that there are some things I'm doing different than the masses, and there's some things I'm doing that are the same. So, back a year ago when I started therapy, I didn't want to be a transitioning transsexual. I just wanted answers. I wanted to know why I had these thoughts and why for all my life, I've been thinking that there was something different. Now, in the back of my head, I knew. In different areas I knew also. I mean, from 4 years on till now, I've always considered, oh my Lord, I want to be a woman. I prayed for it. I told you all everything about where I was. And, those first few sessions really didn't get me anywhere. The person I went to was making me pray away my feelings. And while I do believe in praying to some higher authority, I'm not going to get involved with a religious talk here. I just don't think that religion is a way to deal with transgenderism. Religion is a way to deal with faith and afterlife and things like that. But transitioning, transgenderism, transsexuality just didn't work. So since I work for Apple, I worked out the holiday season and then got a new therapist. And that therapist, I wanted to have a little bit of an idea about transsexuality and a lot about a broad range of subjects because really my divorce was hitting me harder than this was. And it didn't take long for her to diagnose me with gender dysphoria, gender identity disorder. And that's pretty much when the realization came in that, you know what? I've been running from this all my life. If this is me, maybe it's time to embrace it because I'm really miserable being the other part of me. So that was probably right around February that she said, we should start talking and moving you this way because you are this. You are transgender. You are this. And, at that point, I knew it. There was no shock to me. And I just had to come to terms with the fact that I've run from it long enough. And, in a lot of ways, I've dreamed about it, and thought about it, and prayed for it. I might as well, and it's not even might as well. I'm not even going to attempt to explain it. This is not something I chose to do. This is me. And this is not something I chose to start. You were compelled to do it. So many times I just got to a point where things just weren't working. So I had to, make do with what I had. So here I am. I'm this person. I'm transgender. I'm transitioning. I'm going to be a woman. If not already, I look like one. And my name is Nicole. So when that realization comes out, the anxiety hits. And the anxiety is like, oh my Lord, how is this going to affect everybody else in my life? How? And you kind of feel like the walls falling in on you syndrome at that point. And I guess there's no reason not to feel that way, because you are going to rock people's world. There's no doubt about it that you're going to have friendship changes and relationship changes and issues with your children. And that's where my biggest issue came. Because in this world, we fit into these paradigms, these blocks, these molds that are given to us from day one, from the day you're smacked on the butt and the doctor says, it's a blank. And no one ever picks up a baby and said, it's a transsexual. Said, it's a boy. And, you walk down that role. And being a male to female transsexual, I only know my life, what I went through. So there's a lot here that, this realization that I'm going to transition, and it's going to affect all these people, my job, my life, my everything. And then you get to the point where, oh my Lord, this is going to affect my children. You stop and you think. You have a daughter. You're a man. She's your little girl, and you get to give her away, and now you're becoming this. Oh, how does that fit in? And then I'm dad, I've got boys, and I'm this male role model, and where does that fit in? And I heard an analogy. I actually heard it tonight, and it makes sense. First off, as a man, I was miserable. I was miserable. Every day of my life, and my ex would say, you're a miserable person. And people would say, you're arrogant. You're a fuck. Excuse my language, I gotta take that out. But as a woman, I'm not. And I'm a more centered, balanced person. And I'm more thoughtful and considerate and compassionate and open and honest and outgoing and friends. I have friends. Just a different person overall. And this person today, my friend, who I haven't even met face to face, said, it's kind of like this. When you're on an airplane, what they tell you to do is, if we have a decompression and you have to put the oxygen mask on, put it on you first. In other words, fix you, and then fix everybody else. And then fix the person next to you. Fix your children, fix your wife, fix your husband, your significant other, your mother, your father, whoever else is around you. And you know what? That analogy, and I'm going to just move something on my computer. Lie down, baby. Lie down. And that analogy makes utter sense here, because I'm broken as a man. I'm not complete, I'm not successful, I'm not moving forward, I'm miserable. But as this, even though I'm an in-between, as this, I'm happy, and I'm balanced, and I'm centered, and I'm better. It's tough, because we're all going to go through it that are transitioning. And for those that don't, they'll never understand it. I'm so sorry. My baby over here she misses my babies. She misses my children. And so do I. But I didn't choose to walk this path. I didn't. But the choices I've made are how to walk this path. And I think I'm doing the right thing. I'm trying to fix me so I can be better for everyone else. I think I'm doing a good job at that. And if you're going to follow a path similar to mine, it's a good idea to do that. To make sure that you're fixed, you're in a good way, because then you could be everything for everybody else. It's tough to be there for everyone else if you're not there for yourself. It's kind of like the statement, how could you ever make anybody else happy if you're not happy yourself? You can't look for other people to make you happy, you've got to make yourself happy. And while this isn't making me happiness, this is completing me, and in that I can find happiness. Alright, well, I just want to move on from there. I am overwhelmed with how many people have signed up as subscribers over the past week. And that's that's an amazing thing. I'm very, very surprised. And it's a good thing because I haven't put out a new video in a while. And I hope I can continue to do these videos and make those of you that are thinking about transitioning, or maybe those of you that have a transitioning significant other, brother, sister, father, mother, maybe I can help you understand what goes through somebody's head. I mean, what's going through my head isn't going through everybody's. Everyone is different. Everyone's path is different. So what I'm going through right now is probably completely different from somebody that you might know. But maybe it just gives you a thought process. Well, I can talk forever. I know I can because I got a lot in my head. I just wanted to check in with everybody. I wanted you to meet me in my other room. And I also wanted to show you off my new haircut and my new look. That's it. So, my loyal viewers, thank you so much. And from me and Layla, from me and Layla, that's it. You good girl. I want to say goodnight. And thank you for joining me for this last, what seems like 2 hours of talking. You have a good one. And I'll see you soon. Bye.